What is a casement window and its components in 6 minutes? Replacement parts shown in our video can be ordered on our website windowpartscenter.com. Parts can vary depending on manufacturer.
So how to determine what a casement window is? A casement window is one that when it cranks out to open, it hinges like a door, and it could be either hinged on either side. The actual window itself, you have the window frame, and then you also have the window sash that has the glass. Next, on the inside, you have the window lock. You could have just one lock that's hooked to a tie bar that locks in multiple spots, or on older windows or on all wood windows, you could have multiple locks on the side that you have to unlock each individual one. Next, we can also take a look at the locking mechanism from the outside here. So this version is a tie bar version where it just has one locking mechanism, and when you engage it, it has multiple locking points. Then on the sash, we have the keepers where the tie bar locks lock into. Next, you have the operator. This operator has a handle and a cover that's on it. So this cover and handle is removable. And you remove the handle by loosening the set screw. And the cover pops on. So by removing the cover, we can see the operator itself. And then there's also some operators where that cover is part of the operator itself and is not removable. So on this particular window, this operator is a split arm because this is the operator housing, and this is the arm that when you crank open, opens the sash. Split arm means is because it has this elbow here and this rivet, so it's split. This is not to be confused with a dual arm operator, which has a split arm and a straight arm. This part down here is not a straight arm. This is a separate part called the hinge. We'll talk about that next. The other type of operator you could have on your window is just a straight arm. Now looking under the sash, we can see our split arm of our split arm operator, and he is attached to a sash bracket under the sash. And to give you an idea of what this would look like on a all wood window, this is a dual arm operator. So we have the split arm and then also the straight arm. And here's the housing of the operator. There is this sill cover piece, which is finish nailed on, that you would need to remove to expose the entire operator. And so then you can see the arms of the operator. The split arm part is attached to a sash bracket, and then the straight arm is attached to a sash track. How those are attached on this particular one is this one has a set ring, and then the straight arm is attached to a sash shoe. This little guy right here, he attaches to the peg here, and he just slides onto the bottom of the track. They just snap on. Here's a close-up of the sash bracket, and it has a set ring here on this peg that this snaps onto. The other options you can have on how an operator arm attaches to the window sash is by a clip onto the sash bracket or track. This is another version of a clip as well, or it can also have a roller at the end that attaches to the sash track. And then how it's removed is there's actually directions on the sash track that says depress arm to detach, and it has an arrow. So you'd crank it over until it gets to this opening here, press down on the arm for that roller to come out of the sash track. Now looking at the window from the outside view, you can see that split arm or that dyad operator, and then you have a better view of the hinge. There's the hinge arm, which then attaches to the bottom of the sash, and then this is the hinge track. You'll also notice that there is another hinge that's at the top of the window. So there it is attached to the top of the sash, the arm of it, and then if we look underneath, there is also the hinge track. And then you have this part, it's called a snubber, and they have one on the window frame and then one on the window sash, and they interlock together to help the window close tightly. When talking about window handing for a casement, handing is always determined by looking at the window from the outside. So this window, as it's opening, it is hinged on the left side, so this would be called a left-handed window.